was doing a gig in Blackburn that night, and I was like, come along and do some roast jokes, and brought him out like cold as well to an audience that had no idea that he was going to appear, and they hadn't really been warmed up at all. And he came out and just went straight for the jugular.
I want to talk to you a bit, Jack, before we get on the final bit, about StephenTries.
Yes, I love StephenTries.
Because we love him.
Yeah.
Known him for a few years now. He's so I don't know if this is derogatory or not, but he's like YouTube comedy royalty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you think we'll ever see him become like a stand-up?
Yeah, I mean, he's someone that I did a video with him years ago, and then have watched loads of his stuff. And just think he's so funny and his sketches are so hilarious, and have kept in touch with him, and we've spoken in the past about like trying to develop some things for him and trying to like find some other. I mean, obviously he's so successful on YouTube and has a huge fan base, but like he's genuinely someone that I could think could like break out in like a really big way, in a more mainstream way, and would love to see that happen. And I think there is definitely a chance that he could, because he's so funny and he's so prolific with the stuff that he produces and writes. And like he's someone that, like, if I can ever do anything to sort of help facilitate that, I would be like so happy to do so. And so I'd really like, because he could do a sitcom or a sketch show, or like I think his roasts as well. Like, we don't really have like much of a culture of that over here in the UK, and they've tried a couple of times to do roasts, and it's never really like taken off. But he is so good at it, and like always just like absolutely like nails the brief. And so I wonder whether like that might be kind of an avenue that becomes the thing that like makes him a like breakout sort of star in more of like that mainstream space. But yeah, he's just so funny.
Is that what he was roasting you the other day, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was great. So yeah, I got in touch because, again, like when you're doing promo for these tours and stuff, you end up having to do a lot of really, really boring shit. And no, not this. Like actively, like these are the things that I love doing: coming and talking to people that make me laugh, and doing shows that I love. And that's why I said I'd love to come back and do Happy Hour, and I want to do something with Stephen. So yeah, so I was really up for doing something again with Stephen, and so I went and did his YouTube series, the one where you get drunk, and then I didn't actually get drunk. But I was also like, well, why don't you come and like roast me at one of my shows? Because I was doing a gig in Blackburn that night, and I was like, come along and do some roast jokes, and brought him out like cold as well to an audience that had no idea that he was going to appear, and they hadn't really been warmed up at all. And he came out and just went straight for the jugular, doing a load of 9/11 jokes.
Jack's going on tour, and just like his accent in Clifford the Big Red Dog, he'll be all over the place. Seriously though, your acting was terrible. New Yorkers haven't witnessed something that tragic since 2001.
And what was the other one? I mean, he just went everywhere. There was absolutely like no holes barred.
Did you say there was anything off the?
No. I said say whatever you like, with the safety net that I might get to see an edit afterwards. But in the end, I was just like, it's all so funny, and it all ends up on TikTok or Instagram anyway. So
what do you think of Max?
What
do you think of Max?
Max? Yeah, he's very funny. A peculiar chap.
I love him.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Caught you off guard with that one, didn't I? No, that was. Where is that? So, where can people see the roast? Because I came across it on Twitter, but is that uploaded to?
It was on TikTok, but I think Stephen's just posted something.
Yeah, it's
about
on Stephen's Instagram,
so
and then it's in the video that he posted as well.
Do you have any other YouTubers that you like?
Yeah,
Who do you watch?
I mean, I like the Sidemen. I love their stuff, and
will you actively watch a Sidemen Sunday?
I probably wouldn't watch the whole thing, but I would definitely watch clips. But then that's just indicative of anything. Like, I find that with TV shows as well now.
Yeah.
My attention span is terrible. But yeah, like Stephen's the main one. I'm trying to think of other comedy YouTubers are there?
There aren't many are there really?
Not really.
It's a lot of like I find the best content on YouTube now is more stuff like Nick Milana and Max
Nick
Fosh.
Milana's the best.
Oh yeah, he's
YouTuber.
funny. Yeah. I've seen his stuff. Yeah.
But then that's not comedy.
Oh, Max
No,
Fosh.
Max Fosh.
I love Max Fosh as
Yeah.
well. Like I watch all of his stuff, and I really like him, and think he's really, really funny. And I love, he's someone that clearly has just like a really, really inventive mind and approach to it, and I love the kind of like production of his things and the ambition of them, and yeah, I think he's really great.
He recently deleted the Ryanair app as well.
Yes.
Have you worked with Max Fosh?
No, but I've met him and we've spoken about trying to do something together before, and he's someone that I sort of found his videos and thought were great, and Nico's really good as well. So
I never knew you had your ear to the ground.
yeah. And but Stephen's great as well because he's just it's sketches, and they're like the reality is like that is a format even on TV that is so malnourished. There's so little sketch comedy. It used to be huge. It was Little Britain and League of Gentlemen, and no one makes sketch shows anymore. It's a really like lost art, and so he's doing it on YouTube, which is a great sort of platform to do sketch content as well, because you want it to be fast paced and like cutty, and to be able to like do lots of different characters, and so it really, really works on YouTube, and he's like really killing it. And it's a shame that there isn't more sketch comedy, because I love sketch comedy. When I was growing up, that's all I watched. I love like watching those sketch shows and the Fast Show and Big Train and things like that, and they just don't exist anymore. So even more so, it makes me think like, why isn't someone like BBC Three or Channel 4 going, let's put StephenTries on our channel and give him some money to make his sketches for us, because no one else is doing it, and he's brilliant at it, and he's proved that he's really good at it. And so I mean he probably doesn't need that. I mean more people watch shows on YouTube than they would if
I'd just love to see him do a stand-up
channel.
tour. I'd 100% go. Last person I want to mention in that same vein is Lucia, Chi with the C.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking incredible. Are you familiar with
No,
her?
no.
She's just a great comedian. She's actually now breaking into TV and stuff.
Yeah.
Done like Sneakerhead on.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that. So
yeah.
she's smashing it as well. Lucia Keskin. She's killing it. So there are a lot of great comedians coming out of YouTube. But
I mean, I think I touched upon it last time. It's like when I first started doing stand-up, it just wasn't something that you would do YouTube, because it didn't exist. The only route to doing stand-up was going to the Edinburgh Festival, doing an hour of stand-up there, and then going on panel shows. And like the whole industry has shifted, and there's a lot less panel shows. Edinburgh, while still vital, is not necessarily the same as it was 10 years ago. And the fact that you can create content and put it on YouTube, and you don't have to wait for the okay from some television executive, I think is great. It's a wonderful way to like get your content out there and to get it seen. And when you see people that are doing it and then are breaking through, it's brilliant. And I think it's really healthy for the comedy industry to have that.